More to Marketing. Welcome to More to Marketing, the podcast that explores marketing, product, and everything business. I'm your host, Susan Walsh, and today we're talking about how social commerce and shoppable videos can boost a brand's success. I have a very special guest today. I have Eitan with us. He is a founder in the e-commerce space. He has over 2 decades experience in media and entertainment, e-commerce and telco industries in both startups and public companies. He has a passion for solving consumer problems that led him to create a video commerce SaaS platform that helps brands and retailers create shoppable video experiences. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Susan. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
No, thank you so much. Would you mind sharing a bit about yourself, your career, and tell us a bit more about your product that you have too, please?
Yeah, sure. Probably, I'm in the video business since the year 2000. My manager told me, and I wasn't probably previously in IT, and he told me, look, you're not going to the video business, and please understand, before you join, there's no way to get out because you're going to be in the video business for your entire career. So maybe you want to consider this. I said, what do you mean? I said, wait and see. So yeah, like 23 years later, I'm still around. Obviously, I started in video when there was no streaming before the iPhones, right? And we talked about like the transition from analog video to digital video, right? Remember the cable companies, the satellite companies just doing the transition to introduce digital TV to our homes, right? Over set-top boxes. And my company, I used to work for Israeli tech company. We started to experiment with delivering video over IP networks versus satellite or other fiber networks. So obviously a lot of challenges. And yeah, then the iPhone was introduced and video was widely started to be deployed over also on the distribution side of things. So we started to receive video and watch video across any platform. Then Netflix launched, and lately, obviously Disney. And also in every country, like the mobile operators and probably some of the leading content providers also introduced their own apps for video consumption and various subscription models. And it's quite of a mature industry. So we call it like media and entertainment industry. So this is where I started. But we've established Vimmi together with my partner about a decade ago, already 10 years. We've been operating in the video space, and this is the industry where we started on that media and entertainment side of things. We work with mobile operators and content providers around the world to launch their own white label Netflix-like type of service. So think about mobile operators who's introducing probably VOD library and channels to be consumed on the CTVs or mobile apps or an IP set-top box, which is very common today. 4 years ago, we have identified the big opportunity of video going into marketing and specifically into commerce. And this is where we decided to launch another business unit that is using our existing technology that was developed, including all our patents around video management, video streaming, and actually the existing technology in new markets, right, in terms of marketing definition. So we took our technology building blocks and actually adapted them towards commerce. And primarily, today we work with brands and retailers, and we help them launch video experiences across their own website and across their own partners. It can be social channels, marketplaces, affiliates, and brands. We learned how to work with those brands to create shoppable experiences across those different channels. And we are a SaaS company that is actually integrated to existing e-commerce platform and create those seamless shoppable experiences on all the channels. So yeah, many years in video. And I saw the transition of video from all these waves, and I'm still around, and there's no way for me to get out.
Yeah, there's no escape button for you there, is there?
No escape button. No.
No, you really
Still
are
try
passionate.
to find him. No, kidding.
Oh, no, thank you so much for sharing a bit more about your background and how the company came about. And I really think there's a lot of powerful messages that can happen with video content. But I'd love to know from you, can you explain what shoppable videos are and how they actually differ from those traditional video content that we're probably used to seeing old school?
Yeah. So today, I think we're in an era, definitely when TikTok is around, where short form video is very, very important, and the amount of content that's being created is increasing more and more. Just to give you some piece of information, video is, according to Cisco, video is more than, I think, 82% of the worldwide internet traffic, right? So the
Wow.
majority of the media consumption is not text, not audio, not different type of formats, not pictures, but it's video. So, and why is that? Because video works. Video is much more of an engaging format of communication. It creates more emotional triggers within audiences, and it involves the pictures, the audio, and actually an opportunity to build relationships, which are very, very important in today's way of doing business. People want to buy from someone that they build some relationship with, and it's both true for B2B and B2C.
Mm.
So lately we see the increase of the creator economy, where influencers and creators are creating content for brands. So from the brand's perspective, they go to agencies, can be digital agencies or offline agencies, and create a variety of packages for content creation. If it can be creators creating content, what's known as UGC, right? So user generated content. Brands has the full IP ownership on these videos, and they can distribute them on their own social channels and on their own website, primarily on their own social channels. And these videos are mainly built for creating impressions, brand awareness. Some of them are like creating conversion, like special promotions.
Yep.
So the creator will probably suggest a coupon code or some form of a redirect to a website to continue purchase. The other form of video creation is around influencer marketing, where brand will reach out through influencers, whether they pay them to create content and post on their behalf on their influencer social channels to increase exposure, or they do like product seeding or product gifting, right? So it depends also the size of the influencers, obviously nano influencer, micro, mega. And today there is a big tendency to go to the micro and even nano influencers because they have a more stronger and committed community, although it's a smaller ones. We see also growth in the founder-led content, which is very, very important these days for differentiation. So video is created all over. By the way, there is also, so we talked about those short form videos, less than 59 seconds, just to go on YouTube Shorts as well, but they go to TikTok, obviously go to Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. And there's also a longer form video, which is usually a widescreen 16 by 9 type of aspect ratio of the video. This one goes probably to YouTube. And there is also live events as well, right? So now
Mm.
live is very, very big
I've seen live growing quite a
industry,
lot.
a lot. And the special version of live is what we call live shopping, which is the ability of a brand to go live on multiple channels in order to showcase and promote and sell products. So shoppable video is all about creating awareness to the product, but also enable real checkout from the video itself. Okay. Now, every platform out there, whether it's a Meta like Instagram and Facebook or TikTok or YouTube, even Pinterest and Snap, and even the marketplaces like Amazon and Walmart and others, they have various different ways of how to do shoppable video. For example, in TikTok, you have TikTok Shop, and you must check out in TikTok, and you must have product pages inside TikTok. They won't redirect you to an external product page to continue the purchase. And you can get fulfillment by TikTok today. So yeah, this is just real competition with Amazon. On Instagram and Facebook, you obviously have a Facebook shop. You can redirect to your Facebook shop, or you can tag products on Instagram and redirect to external PDPs and actually create the shopping experience on those pages. YouTube, the same. You can redirect to external pages. YouTube is now introducing a digital shelf for a new API that enables in the video player itself the ability to create to introduce buy now button, right?
That's
And again,
nifty.
redirect to external page, but it's within the video, what we call video checkout. Okay. So every one of those platforms has a different way of managing those shoppable experiences. There is always involvement in trying to streamline the checkout processes. Some of those platform, they are doing many things, and enable commerce has different priorities for each one of them. Pinterest was there from, I think, from the get-go. They already have checkout experiences, and also definitely TikTok. It's well known that TikTok has started as an entertainment platform. They moved to search platform, but now it's a shopping platform, right? And you can see that, I mean, they sold it last year, 2023, close to $12 billion on TikTok Shop. And the numbers for this year, everyone can guess, but at least doubling this or even tripling this,
It's
or
going to be
its
huge,
overwhelming focus. It's huge, right? It's huge, and they will introduce TikTok Shop to more and more countries, and this has a direct impact on everything that we do in terms of shoppable videos. So the idea of doing those short form videos, longer form videos, and also live shopping is to deploy them across entire array of partners. And this is very, I think, close to another big trend in commerce, which is social commerce, and for brands actually to share profits with channel partners, right? So if they have few alternatives, right? They can pay a lot of money to Meta or Amazon or those channels in terms of advertising. And we know that CPCs are getting more expensive and acquisition is so difficult. So might as well, let's deploy ourselves and our products in where shoppers actually are, and create those rev share business deals together with channel partners. It makes a lot of sense. So social commerce, just to give you some of the data, is going to be a $6.2 trillion business in 2030, right? That's around 15% of worldwide e-commerce, and the growth there is explosive, right? TikTok Shop, obviously, we talked about the data. It's the growth there, growth rate are exponentially, and the vehicle for everything is for all these growth parameters is video, right?
It's all that
And
content, isn't
TikTok,
it?
exactly, a lot of content, and TikTok. There is what I call the TikTokification of things, right? So TikTok taught us that what's more important is less of a high-end production value and very polished type of videos that it usually takes weeks to produce. No, the idea is to be authentic, to post daily videos, to grow the throughput of the production capacity in various ways, and probably we can talk about it later. But the idea is to create videos on a daily basis, get data and analytics for what's working and what's not, and improve from there. And it's all organically. So we usually suggest to brand to start like 2-3 months on organic, see what's working. If we see a video that is getting a lot of traction, I don't like to call it viral, right? Because this is not quantity, this is quantitative type of parameters that we can then probably increase the success of these videos with advertising, and we know that the ROAS is going to be very, very good. All this, by the way, is enabled by our platform. Here at Vimmi, we are providing a SaaS platform that manage all those shoppable video experiences, all the social media marketplaces and brand.com website shoppability experience that manage from a single point of contact. The platform is syncing to existing e-commerce platform, doesn't matter which platform.
Has all the
Syncing
APIs
product
to hook
pages.
in.
Exactly, API, or we have like a Shopify application, Magento, another, which is like we are operating within the Shopify backend. And we associate, or the customer is associating videos to product. And once we have that connection, in one click, those shoppable products will be, or those videos will become shoppable across all those channels seamlessly in one click. This is the breakthrough that I think we've introducing to the market, and it's eliminating the brands for thinking too much how to manage TikTok and then YouTube and then Instagram and then all those channels. And we have a big list of social channels and marketplaces and publishers, and it's very easy to take also an embed code from our platform. We just copy the embed, which is a video player, a full application that you can embed on your own website. And instantly, it's a black box that comes from Vimmi, but we manage, and the shoppers can experience interactive video and interactive website and product pages that are like uplifted with this type of interactive videos and the ability to check out, which we know is improving conversion rates, reducing shop abandonment, and create much better performances for brands.
I think the one thing I love about your product the most, because we were talking before now and also my own research into it, is that it just brings a consistency together across all those different platforms, because it's so easy to video it in landscape, but you need it in portrait over here, and then you've got to convert it and change it. You want to change this and that, that. That's what you can just all do in one spot, and it automatically disseminates it and makes it all universal for all these different platforms. So you don't have to go to all that effort. So it saves so much time and effort as well.
Correct. And this is one of the pain points that we heard from day one with brands. They say, look, it's every platform is different. It's very complicated and it's so expensive to hire those people who knows everything. And I think what we did is streamlining all of this and makes life really easy. I mean, lets brands focus on creating content, focus on marketing, and this here is a platform that can just make this marketing or video marketing and shoppable type of experiences across all channels in a very, very seamless way. And this is, of course, I think what we were trying to convey as a company. We work in a very agile way, and we try to reiterate like very, very fast. So we take a certain product configuration. We work with like friends and close customers, and we quickly get feedback and deploy updates and new features in a very, very fast way. Today with technology and AI can do things so fast. Yeah, and the whole idea is just to make it work 24/7. So our platform is not just back and front end type of things. We also manage video engineering, let's say video delivery. Those bits of video are moving from a presenter or a host to some kind of to audiences, and we have events. We support on a daily basis 20 to 30 million video requests from customers all over the world. It's massive. Just the operation around uploading video. And we talk about non-live video and also live video, right? In live video, if a brand is creating a live event and is promoting it right, this live event can have tens of thousands of users concurrently on the same stream, on the same feed, watching content on his own website. We need to make sure that the website will not crash, to accelerate the performance of this web page. We'll provide a video player and a CDN and a streaming technology that can support this scale. And this is, again, from our video engineering background, this is where we take full control on this all type of operation that is very, very important for brands. And just take more and more responsibility in the way we produce, we manage those type of experiences in order to let the brand and the marketing team focus on creativity, scripting, creation of content. By the way, lately we also introduced content packages because a lot of brands told us, hey, it's all great, but we don't know where to start. Can you help us?
You need a beginning
with content creation? We don't know how to choose. We don't know what's working. Right? Please help. So we've introduced a few content packages in terms of volumes and size of influence. So it works both for UGC and influencer marketing. And we bundled everything together with a tech platform and operation as one monthly subscription service towards customers. So this is streamlining also a lot of the activities that we try to introduce to customers. The whole idea is to democratize, to make video marketing much more of an easy process, and to show that it's really a working type of marketing activity. We are like an extension of their sales and marketing team, right? So
you are. You're
course,
just a different
when we create
channel.
content, yeah, because everything works through data, through analytics. Data is everything, and our platform aggregates the analytics and the insights from all the channels, social channels, affiliates. We know everything what's working and what's not. And based on this information, which is obviously available to our customers, they can create better campaigns. They can improve scripting, length of video, style of video, time of the day when they publish the video. So all this information is very, very important for them to improve targeting and focus on those type of videos that are working. And no one knows at the get-go what will work. Even two brands with the same product, targeting the same audiences, they have different DNA, right? And different customer sentiment about them. Everyone needs to learn what's working. So this is why we recommend like 2 to 3 months, phase one, like a step up onboarding, where we create this daily amount of content, we gather the analytics, know what's working, and then we can improve targeting and even go to advertising on those specific assets that are becoming very, very successful.
Now, I think that's a very powerful message. I think it
Mhm.
also plays in nicely with our next questions about how do shoppable videos actually assist with the conversion rates? How can brands use them to help optimize themselves and understand the analytics and behavior? So you've touched on it. So you're able to see who's interacting and be able to see the behavior. So how powerful is this?
Yeah. So video is very, very powerful in terms of understanding customers and insights and analytics. I think more than any type of video. Of course, like in e-commerce, you have heat maps and you get your insight through various platforms. Try to understand attribution. This is all very, very important. But when someone clicks a video, we know a lot. We know from which device he clicked. We know when he started and when he stopped. We know why he started and stopped. We know if he purchased yes or no, if there was a redirect to a product page. We know that if he is a returning customer. For example, in a live event, if someone wants to participate in a chat, then they need to log in, right, with their credentials.
Yep.
So we can retarget them and give them answers. And in our platform, we aggregate the chat from all the different channels into one dashboard. So a moderator during live event can respond to questions on various platforms, including the customer website. Video is much more emotionally triggered type of experience, and shoppable video is like next wave of impulse purchase, right? So
Mm.
you have think about a host or a brand owner or someone from the marketing and sales team that is going there and creating content. It's very, very authentic. It resonates very, very good with consumers, and they are much more engaged. And it's like a snowball effect if you do that correctly. And brand loyalty and engagement is very, very powerful on this type of experiences, video, whether live or non-live. We have this data, and we can see that, like compared to any type of, it can be a text-based or a picture-based. These videos are very, very powerful. And if you do that correctly, meaning just doing the right video related to the stage of where you are on your marketing funnel, and probably we can spend some time on that as well. And what we see here that, for example, also give you another scenario that a shopper is in a product page, add to cart, and we know that more than 90% of them are abandoning the cart, right, for some reason.
Yep.
So think about in this instance, if he's hesitating for like 3 seconds, we'll just pop up a floating player with a video review of someone saying how great this product is. This has an impact, right? Using video in various ways to trigger shoppers to move to the next step of the journey.
Mm.
So because we know, like on day one, we associate videos to products, we automatically, assuming you embed our JavaScript in your backend, we automatically deploy those interactive videos, shoppable video, in all the product pages automatically. We don't anyone need to do that manually.
Mm.
So every new video will go automatically into a product page. That product page is no longer this regular 2D or even a promotional video that people are a little bit fed up with. This is like really authentic video, someone who's using the product, doing an unboxing or maybe a video review of someone who already purchased, and you watch that in a product page. This increases conversions, tenfold. Okay, and we see conversion rates are like dramatically higher. Brand loyalties is increasing dramatically if you're consistent with video creation because you're not afraid to put your face out there. There's nothing to hide.
Yep.
The barriers are down. It's very open type of communication between you and your potential customers, and we see a growth in any type of parameters that related to marketing.
I think this is perfect for us to start talking about that funnel. So tell us a bit about how all these shoppable videos should change if someone's going to be in the funnel in a different stage on their purchase journey.
Yeah. So if we try to probably break down the funnel to top of funnel, middle funnel, and
Yeah,
bottom of funnel. So let's say awareness stage, consideration, and decision. Obviously, there are more steps, but let's try to keep it that way. So in the awareness stage, whether you're introducing a new product or you're introducing even a new company, a new brand, during this awareness stage, you need to build relationship with your potential buyers, right? So
exactly.
talk about
They might not know anything about you or what your product can do or if it works.
exactly. People want to buy from someone that they know already, right? So building some kind of a relationship. And it's true for B2B and B2C as well. So during this awareness stage, create educational content, create market information content, like checklists of what's working and what's not. Just try to provide value, not about yourself or your product. You can share about your background and why you are doing these things. Just try to create this emotional story about you as a founder, or about you as a product manager or a campaign manager around these topics. If we move now to consideration, where your shoppers are might probably considering purchasing, so try to create those comparison tables. Try to create how to, right, how to do things. Provide some case studies of working examples. Okay, give uh, customer testimonials. Again, video, right? It's very, very
Yep.
powerful. And this just expediting, those videos are expediting the whole time to buy process and triggers user to move to the next stage, which is decision. So during the decision, of course, don't be afraid to provide competitor alternatives. We see now also in blog, and I know, Susan, that you write also a lot.
Yes.
We used to see those uh, versus lists
Mm,
coming primarily from affiliates. But what we see now that those versus lists are coming from the brand, the providers themselves. So
yep.
don't be afraid as a brand or even as a business to compare yourself to others. Okay, because you don't surprise anyone. They know who is your competition. You're just giving them more information to take smarter decisions, right? Highlighting your uniqueness. So competitor alternatives, me versus the others, product reviews, share your prices, special bundles and packages, and why it's you put all those feature set and functionalities into those packages. So this is where what the type of videos you need to create here. So it's very really important. Don't jump on steps, right? I mean, you need to have those type of videos ready for each one of those stages and create campaigns around this content. If you find the contact which is in awareness stage, you need to automatically, initiate those awareness, just pulling those videos in advance, and the same for the consideration and decision stage.
And a lot of this is evergreen as well. So you don't
Yeah.
necessarily have to update it too often, depending on your product or service, because you can always throw up new case studies that you've got from the past, because for a certain period of time, they're going to still be relevant for many people that haven't heard of them before, or those testimonials as well. So even a lot of this content is reusable and repurposable, which is great.
Yeah,
One thing that
exactly.
I love about a lot of these ones is if you do the how to's or the testimonials, you can reuse them on your website and other places. So don't think of it as you're only using it for content for your social commerce growth. You can use them in your bots where people are trying to ask questions and it comes up with a video to help explain it to them. So it turns into part of
Mhm.
your frequently asked questions. So, and then you can potentially even embed them in your email copy that you're sending out as well for different purposes too, because most people have the funnels within their email strategy as well. So all of this
Mhm.
is repurposable. It's not just for one thing, which is your social channels and your growth there. It's for all these other aspects that you can reuse and repurpose it for too.
Yeah. 100%. And obviously, you create video. For example, for us in our platform, we create long form content. It can be non live, or it can be even live event that we record. We record 100% of the live events. And because a live event may be like 30 minutes, even 40 minutes, and showcase various products along these 30 minutes,
Yep.
we know exactly because we have the checkout page or the checkout overlay on the video. We know exactly each product timing. So we chop up this video automatically to short form videos in our platform, and customer has short form videos ready so we can repurpose as short form videos and post it on different channels. So long form video is really amazing for transcribing and for creating those short form videos and multiple assets that you can reuse and reuse. And if this inventory is still there, you can still use it for weeks after the original creation and the posting of these assets. And we see that a lot of the sales are happening long after the live event has finished, right? Obviously, there is sales in the live
Exactly.
event, and there is a methodology also how to create marketing and retargeting and remarketing after the live event, which is an expertise of its own. But if you do that right, you can you can still create a lot of sales opportunities after the show itself.
100%. And I've actually had a fantastic guest in the past, Teresa. I'll pop her podcast I did with her in the show notes because her proposition that she does is all about brand. And if you get your 15 minutes of fame, how can you make that into a year's worth of content?
Wow.
So I think
Yeah.
that's a perfect combination there of your power of your video and then how she could make it even bigger everywhere else as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
I love it. Now, what if you could just give two examples, where would you tell someone to start if they don't have much of a social commerce presence anywhere? What are the two key things that you would tell them to start with?
Yeah. So again, please try to understand that where are you in the marketing funnel and what you're trying to achieve, right? Are you just trying to build your brand and create awareness, or you're already a known brand and just try to probably sell more and use those social media channels to create shoppable experiences and start actually selling for them? So this is like foundational number one. Try to understand what you're trying to achieve. Once you have that figured out, then start to create content around these topics. It's not complicated today. Just create. I did it for myself, for example. It took me probably 30 minutes and I had like 50 customer pains that I can create content about, right? And obviously, it's very important to use AI tools like you can ask ChatGPT and other tools like help with pain points. So creating
Yeah.
the thing that is working the most is providing advice and actionable tips on customer pains, right? So
I
you have
think
your
that's
product,
huge
yeah,
because then you're
yeah,
there's not one person with that problem. There's going to be multiple people out there that haven't voiced it yet. So you're again trying to build that trust and that you're somebody to them so that they've got a emotional connection to you and they're watching that video and listening to you as well.
exactly. So we ask in various surveys, and we also other companies what type of content resonates the best. Is it like trends, market information, various
Stats.
things,
Yeah.
stats, and what's working? People don't care about that. People care about their pains and if they can learn something to overcome pains,
I'm
right?
just pointing at
Uh,
myself, everyone. I'm like,
yeah.
they only care about themselves, me, my problem.
Yes. Yes, exactly. It's okay to be like egoistic in this sense, right? Because you have obviously anyone, if he is working in a smaller company or bigger companies, we all have our plans and targets and things that we need to do. And if we can learn something to streamline or to reduce time or to do it in less costly way or in a more professional way, then this is something we would love to learn. So focus on create a list of 50 customer pains, right? And then just provide answer to this. Another important thing is just focus on your expertise. So this is very, very important. Uh, Sometimes I see people who want to be very, very broad because they want to
Mm,
attract a larger audience. But this is just no. I mean, you need to just fight this natural way of thinking of trying to probably respond because you're just creating confusion. So my thinking is like be laser focused. You have a very defined product, very defined customer definition and audiences. Just every one of these niches is a community that you need to attract to build relationship with, and 100% it's big, right? It's big because if you're a smaller company and you create a community, it's great. If you're a larger company, then probably your product definition and the audience definitions should be larger. But don't make this mistake if you're in a small, medium companies and think about your huge competitor that is like, 20 years ahead of you and
Yep.
has like much
That's
audience. So
not you.
try to define.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's very foundational to define who you are and just be
Mm.
laser focused in the customer definition and, just to create yourself as the expert in this field, right?
Yep.
Like for me, just to give you my private experience, initially when we started in video commerce, so we said, okay, we need to be like e-commerce expert, and I started to create all this e-commerce content. No, so but I never, I'm in like 5 years in e-commerce. I'm not. I have people who are like 2 decades in e-commerce. They know a lot from me, but I am 2 decades in video, right? So now I started to zoom in, right, from a total, large e-commerce,
Yep.
moving it a little bit further down to probably video marketing. Okay, and I try to say, okay, I will talk about video marketing, and I will try to attract those CMOs and head of marketing. But video marketing is a very, very big topic, right? And
Mm.
there is a special version of video marketing, video commerce. Okay. And video commerce is like a roof term for shoppable video, live shopping. So these are like
Yep.
the
That is
more
your
because our
expertise.
yes, because our platform is shoppable video, live shopping and multi-channel commerce. So okay, video commerce is we coined this term just to be like a general uh overview of what we are doing. And now, okay, so I'm the video commerce guy. So try
Yep.
to narrow in on all this. And today I'm creating content only about video commerce. And this is what resonates well. And probably it takes time for all the algorithms out there to learn what you actually
Mm.
want. But you need to, maybe take you 1 year, but you need to just be there. It's really more
Persevere.
authentic and more real, and more people will be attracted to that. You can't be someone that you are not. It's people can identify this in less than 1 second, right? And
Yeah.
today with Gen Z, I'm going into the marketplace, and they have a different way of thinking, and it's very important to keep that authenticity, focusing on your expertise, right? And then based on those customer pain, start create one video a day, just explaining. I mean, there are so many tools out there to help you just streamline content. You don't need to take outsourcing companies or production companies. No, short form videos. No one cares about the background. Just put yourself in front of a camera. Initially, it's going to be a very challenging, difficult. Probably you use various tools to do that, but that's okay. Don't be afraid to do that. And once you become expert into it, and it can maybe take you 1 hour to create one video initially, and after 1 month, it will take you 15 minutes to create a video. So, and maybe edit in another 15 minutes if you're using the right apps and everything. So this is where we aim. We aim for higher volume. Okay, the production value doesn't matter. Use the right hooks. There are
Mm.
plenty of articles out there and videos to give you some of the tools that are working today in terms of scripting things. It's something that needs to be learned. Obviously, the hook is like 80%
Mhm.
of the success of the video from our experience,
Exactly. Because you got
right?
to
So
get
if
that
you,
message out, don't you? Like that call to
yeah,
action, the purpose.
exactly. The hook, my recommendation is to be very, very short, just one sentence, but also very specific to the topic of that specific video. Okay.
Mm.
So if you talk about some specific pain points, highlight that in the hook. Be very, very specific about the topic, and just to be on the safe side, use that hook as a question mark. Right. This
Yep.
this obviously triggers the audiences to think. Right. And it's like a very unconscious way of getting them thinking about your question and be more engaged because they already put an energy to think
Watch.
about your
Mm.
hook. So they're already invested in terms of their efforts and energy. So for them just to continue watching your video or reading your post is much easier at that
Yep.
stage. So yeah, and this is what we recommend. Obviously, deploy that across all channels and see which channel works, which channel is more favorable. and again, if you're B2B or D2C, right, you know already, I guess, where your audience is, and this is where you need to focus.
You'd hope they know anyway. What are some
Yeah.
of the pitfalls that you've come across? Have you got any examples that you can share where people just haven't quite grasped what shoppable videos could do for them and may have done maybe a week one or failed, and it's really highlighted the importance of being able to look at your data properly before you go out?
Yes, I mean the first and foremost thing that I see people are doing is just stopping, right? Because we talked about algorithms, and I always say don't care too much about trends and algorithms for sure, but sometimes it takes a while for them to resonate, and actually they need to learn who you are, right?
Exactly.
Just focus on your authenticity and your unique values, and let the algorithms, you know, figure out who you are, what do you do. They will know to target this and to expose this to the right audience, but we don't know how long it's going to take. It may take 1 week, but it may take 3 months. Okay. And we don't know how long it will take. No one knows. Right. And again, it changes from platform for platform. So don't
Exactly.
quit after 1 month or after 2 weeks. Say, okay, it's not working for me. No, there's no way in the world it's not going to work for you. Right. But you need to have
Exactly.
that patience.
And I
Right. So
think,
a lot of people,
yeah, I was going to say it's one of those funny things that even in podcasting, because you're a podcaster as well, and I'll make sure all your show notes are here. They say some figures actually say you need to get to 100 episodes or maybe even two
hmm,
years before the algorithms start to kick in to say you're a consistent podcaster. And like I drop weekly. So that's 100 episodes. That takes over 2 years to get to that point.
yeah.
So everywhere is all about consistency, keeping at it, and eventually you'll see the fruits of your labor coming through.
Yeah. I mean, the benefits of posting is not just ROI or amount of quantitative sales that you did. There is an overwhelming impact on so many activities that you do just from this video content. Think about that maybe an investor saw your video, right? That after 1 year you talk to him and he said, "Hey, I saw you from one of these videos," right?
Yep.
Maybe partners. I mean, partnerships are so important for today's marketing, right? D2C brands, for example, partnering up with affiliates is so important, and also they see that you are serious, you are committed to the business, right? And you as a founder and you as a leader inside this company was creating those type of videos, even working with external creators. If it's done right, it's very, very impactful. It's not another blog. I mean, you've invested the time and the effort. And if you do like a series of content, let's say customer pain with actionable tips and advice,
Mm-hmm.
that has a major cumulative effect, not just in sales volumes, but in many, many other parameters that have been surveyed, like customer loyalty, brand sentiment, many, many others, let's say quantitative parameters that are like super, super important. Word of mouth, right? It's very easy to share video, right? With
Yep.
others, like social commerce is not just the ability for shoppers to buy on social media. It's also about the
Exactly.
ability of us to share content with our social network and promote products in a way that is not sometimes we don't it's not benefit to us, but sometimes it is. Like in our platform, if you share the live video to your network, we give you a commission. So you are becoming an
It's like
affiliate, right?
affiliate. Yes.
Exactly, you're becoming an affiliate. So that's very, very interesting topics, and it's very difficult for brands to figure out another pitfalls is like what type of content resonates, right? Short
Mm.
form, longer form, live. We usually recommend to again these 3 month short form videos, weekly show, live weekly show, just to figure out what's working. So just go there past these 3 months, get the analytics, and learn how to take it to the next step. And don't limit this to just yourself, which we see a huge opportunity now with EGC, which is like employee generated content. Think
It's
about a
huge,
brand that
isn't
is,
it? You can see it growing
yeah, think about
everywhere.
a brand that various employees from various departments are creating content. There is like a common theme. You can see the real thing. There is no borders. You can experience. It's like you're working inside this company, and the impact is huge, right?
Mhm.
So that this is like employee advocacy. We think is like the big next wave in content creation and the opportunity for brands and businesses out there.
100% agree with that. I have one of my favorite questions. My last two questions are my two favorite ones. So, my second last one: what excites you most about shoppable videos?
So what I'm excited about for me, obviously, it's helping, helping those brands scale. I love to see when we started at one point, 6 months after, there, number of the sales are improving, customer service, improving, the customer sentiment are improving, and if it's done right, it's really the most beautiful thing you can imagine, because we work with brands that have done almost everything, right? They already advertise on Meta, they already have probably an Amazon store, and they try to create content, and you need to have a substantial amount of content to work with us. And then we take them to this journey, and they're like, for them, the efficiency is improving in terms of content creation, and the throughput is definitely increasing, and the performance in terms of sales and overall parameters is increasing substantially. We didn't talk too much, but there's a lot of AI tools that can help you with pre and post production. So it's much easier today to create content than it used to be. So this is what I'm excited about. I think the market is evolving very, very fast. I'm totally excited about immersive commerce. Like video makes commerce more interactive, probably, right? Because you can engage, you can ask questions, you can click to buy. It's much more interactive type of
More sensor
experience.
available with it too,
But
because it's your hearing and your
exactly, more
eyes.
exactly. And immersive content is like the next wave, right? Like augmented reality and virtual reality, more of the some of the virtual experiences, which I see great examples that are very, very successful. And I don't talk about just opening your shop on metaverse or not that thing,
Yeah.
but just take your existing product and make it more interactive or immersive
Or even
with all these
3D effects that they can do.
3D experience, augmented reality experience. You don't need special uh, goggles or anything. It's like
No.
people are experiencing this on mobile like the same way, but it's much more future-proof, much more differentiated type of experience that, if done right, can create a lot of opportunities. Social commerce, again, inviting others to buy on your website. First is social commerce, that you encourage them to purchase on your own TikTok shop or Instagram. So I think brands, where they go, they want to use all these type of experiences. Obviously, everyone are busy these days with like operational excellence, profitability, focus more on
Next
the
product.
foundational next products, inventories, warehousing, planning, next holidays, promotions, right? And they don't have a lot of time to create and go deep into all these newest marketing vehicles. And this is where I think our platform helps a lot, because there is a
It
one-click integrate
solves.
syncing. It solves a lot of problems, and you enjoy all the benefits of these future-proof methods of selling these days.
100% agree. It just saves so much time. And then time is something not everyone has a lot of. Now, my
Yeah.
last question: what brand, any brand in the world, best represents you and why?
Me, you mean as a person, or me as Vimmi as the company?
You as a person.
Wow, as a person. As a person. Hmm.
You can be split
I
personality.
think, yeah, I think probably I'll go with HubSpot.
Nice.
Okay.
I
And I
can
try
see a
to
connection
explain.
already going here, but go. Tell me more.
Yeah. I think they really, did things in a very, very amazing way in terms of introducing. I don't think they introduced something new or something innovative that wasn't there before, right? Email marketing, web forms. So many companies are doing that, right? But then you do it in a certain way that yes, the product needs to be amazing, right? But they truly differentiated with so many other things like content creation and the way
Mm.
they
For
introduce the
different
product to the
pieces.
market, and then adding CRM and then adding the service side of things. And for some reason, they just become like the number one option, right? For all the in the marketing technology sector. They're just like the go-to companies for doing things. I'm using HubSpot for Vimmi, and I've used so many tools. It just everything works, everything there, all the integration works. Maybe it's the same like Shopify, I guess, right? There's so many companies are now moving to Shopify because of their ecosystem, right?
Mm.
And the marketplace
Seamless.
type of things that they do, yeah, similar. So just going out there and just do things in a better way, okay, and be innovative in obviously in the product, but also in the way you introduce products to the market and how you make product launch success, right? Like using lean marketing, agile thinking, and agile processes, like iterate on a daily basis, release versions on a daily basis. Try to be very open and transparent in the way you do things. This is what I like, and this is, I mean, we've introduced so many features and that we killed after 2 weeks. We worked 3 months on them, but
It's
it's.
heartbreaking, but it might be
I
needed.
believe a lot in like
Yeah.
lose early. I mean,
Yep.
don't spend. I mean, if it's clear it doesn't make sense, then kill it and focus on other things.
Well, you've learned from
We
it, haven't
have
you?
this, yeah, yeah. We did a lot of. By the way, we are a bootstrap company, never raised funds.
Nice.
Profitable, more than 80 employees, already running for 10 years, profitable and growing. So everything that we do is around real demand that we get from customers. Sometime because of our video history and we saw the evolution of how things are evolving, and video commerce is in its infancy. We think that we have a good sense of where things are going. Like I've started make a decision to start with video commerce before COVID, right? Before
Mm.
everyone just thought, brick and mortar closed and e-commerce exploded and video exploded as well because you need a way to sell online. Even before that, because I saw what started to evolve, to emerge, let's say in China with live shopping and the use of video in commerce. And there is a big mega trend, let's say, that is the convergence of media and commerce, right? The media companies are
Mm.
becoming businesses and commerce companies, and the commerce companies are becoming media companies. We see just examples from last year that Walmart acquires Vizio and JP Morgan launching Chase Media Solution, Instacart partners with YouTube and shoppable ads, Costco launching retail media, Best Buy and CNET, new retail media model. Media and commerce are convergence. This is something that we will see more and more. And this is really something that I'm really excited about.
I love that. And I think that synergy with HubSpot works really well, particularly with all the iterations and everything and just wanting to be better. So I
Yeah.
love that.
Exactly. It's like relentless, right? It's you can see the extra effort, right, on every product, on every feature, on every action. It's really serious and totally committed. It's really shown.
Awesome. No, thank you so much. I'm going to do a bit of a roundup. So bear with me a second. Today we talked all about shoppable videos. So a shoppable video is where you're actually creating a video that's built for awareness of the product and can be used in a checkout way so that you can add different pieces to it along the video to make people actually want to buy it and feel like they're part of the journey and want to actually touch it and buy that from you. And there's that trust getting built out of it. But shoppable videos don't have to be all these fancy productions. They can be literally just someone with an iPhone taking an authentic video of you unboxing or you showing it being used. It doesn't have to be all this fancy pants jazziness. And by being more authentic and not necessarily having all those jazzy hands going on around there, it's actually coming across as more natural that this is something that an everyday person uses and it's something that I'll get a lot of use out of myself. Now, you can do these videos in all different ways. They can be short, sharp, so short form, which is under 59 seconds, a bit longer form, or you can even do live. And the great thing about live is when you record it, And then you can chop it up to either be a long or a short form as well. So it's got multi-purposes there. Now, we were given a huge statistic. Cisco says 82% of all internet traffic is video. Now, that is insane. And that's just showing how much people do value looking at videos and all the different aspects across all the different channels that people can access, whether on the phone, on the go, on your tablet, computer, whatever it is. Video is king. And this is the case for both B2B and B2C. Now, videos are so important because they are about building that relationship. And you can do that in many ways. So it's not all about influencers. Yes, we know all about them. I've got a podcast down about that as well. But influencers do get paid. You can seed them. You can give them gifts. There can be micro, nano, all those big mass market ones that we all know very well, like your Kim Kardashians and a lot. But they may not have the right audience. So you really got to work with which influencers actually got the audience that will best resonate with your product and the people that are in your videos. And it could be that the nanos, because they've got the stronger audience and the strong connection, are actually better returns on investment to put your time and effort into. Now, there are other areas that you can do things in this creator economy. User generated themselves, which I personally love because I like this authenticity that comes out of an everyday person doing that video. And I think they're magic because when they do it, they're not doing it for a reason generally. There's no payment behind it most of the time, unless they've got an affiliate link. They're usually doing it because they actually love it and they want people to see it being used. And that's what I think is a huge growth area when it comes to the creator economy, because you've got that authenticity behind it. You know they're not being paid multi-millions of dollars to just sell this 30 seconds of this product where they're holding the bottle in their hand, where you never see a pap getting a photo of it. The third creator economy that I love that we talked on at the very end was the employment one, where it's your employees actually taking these videos, whether it's the CEO down to the guy in the warehouse. Bringing them involved in that creator mode is just going to bring your brand more to life and be more relatable, which again brings back the purpose of building a relationship with these videos. Now, when you get started, you can start simply. It doesn't have to be a big show. If you want to dip your toe in and see how it goes, look at where your audience is naturally coming from. You know that from Google Analytics. It's pretty basic. You can find there where your source is coming from. Then start doing some channel testing. Start small, but don't give up. Keep going, keep persevering, because a lot of these videos have long tail effects, which I mean is it takes a while for you to see traction. Some things may go viral, but other things will take time. But the great things about videos is they can be repurposed and reused for other things. So it's not just for shoppable video where you can put all these links in to actually make the sale out of. You can repurpose them for your frequently asked questions, your videos, or even reuse them again in the future to do another sale pitch out of them, which is great. I love the idea that the hook is 80%. So when you're creating these videos, make sure there's something short and sharp in there, maybe a one sentence that's really specific. So if you're going to start doing these videos, a great tip that we got was think of 50 customer pain points and answer them. So that's 50 videos you can make there straight away, unless you want to combine some. But make sure that the end clip goes back to the person you're trying to talk to. So don't think of the camera as just a camera. Think of it as the actual poor end user that has this problem, and really try and tell them that you're solving it for them with this answer. That will come through. And that's something that will build over time, and you have more advocacy there as well. Now, data, I love this. Sociable videos have lots of data that comes with them. So you can use fantastic platforms like Vimmi that we've just heard about. So make sure you do check that one out. But it comes with all the data which plugs in to all these different avenues. And then you can really understand who's opening your video, what device, when, why, if they're purchasing, redirecting, if they're returning. So much rich information to help you make more informed decisions. One video may go viral, but that doesn't mean it's got the purchases. One video may only have 20 people look at it, but you get 20 purchases. The power of the data behind it helps you to know what to focus on for your next iteration of videos when you want to do more. Now, live videos and doing videos at least once a day or a live video once a week can help you on this journey. So, do think about how you can plan that into your marketing calendar and what you want to focus on. And that could be as simple as looking at what stage of the funnel. So, what we mean here is when you're making videos, make sure they make sense and appear to people at the right stage at the right time. Are they in the awareness stage, consideration stage, or decision? So, when we're talking awareness, you want to make sure that those videos are part of the building the relationship, the real seeding the moment of them wanting to look at you more and consider you more in the future. Provide value in them. You're not necessarily trying to sell them, you're trying to get them to have you as top recall for them. And try and build that relationship with the emotional connection. You can do that by like to buy from someone I know, education, all those pieces will help them build that awareness with you. Now, the next stage is consideration in the funnel. And that's where you can use some really handy tools within shoppable videos to make it more interactive or more informative. So you can do comparisons, a how to, case studies and testimonials are huge, particularly if you can get the end user to make them for you, because they're just going to be gold mines because they're real and authentic. The last stage on the funnel here is decision. So they're deciding to make it. How can you get them to click that final button of buy while watching the video? And it could be things like a competitor alternative. You can go down and do those comparisons. Just make sure you check your law in your country or state on that one, because some are a bit funny, but they are powerful. Reviews, prices. What have you got on bundle offers? Are there any special packages or features they should know about to help them make that final decision to buy? And they can all be part of the videos. And then you can do test and learn to see which videos actually work best in all these different funnels to all these different segments that eventually you'll be able to do in your CRMs. So very powerful. Now, another stat that I loved was the power of video for reviews can increase the likelihood of conversions by tenfold. That's a huge amount for the effort of these videos that can be short and sharp and just filmed in 15 minutes and then another 30 minutes max editing once you know how to do all these different things with tools. And there are free tools and AI tools and cheaper tools out there that can do it. Or you can go to Vimmi and get them to do a package deal for you. Now, the emotional connection is one of the most important pieces. You've got your eyes and your ears as part of the senses when looking at these shoppable videos. And there's also all the new technologies coming out, immersing you with other senses as well. So you've got your augmented reality, you've got 3D effects. There's all different things that are coming through. They're just going to make shoppable videos even more powerful for decision-making purposes. Now, I just love that everything's repurposable. That's one of the things that really hits the home for me. And you just really got to get out there and try it if you're not already doing it. And if you are, how can you do it better? It's not about looking at your competitor and saying, you're doing this video, I'm going to copy you. Oh, that must be working for them. That's not the case. Everyone is out there testing, learning, and trying new things. But the main thing is being authentic, staying true to who you and your brand are, being informative, and really trying to build a relationship. So when you're looking at that camera, it isn't about sell, sell, sell. It's about how can I actually help you? What will help you today? If there's a value add, is there information I can give you? Is there a problem I can help you solve? That's what you go to a friend for. And that's what you're trying to build with these videos, that you're being seen as a trusted source, that they can actually believe and rely on you. So do have those unique views. Do make sure that you stand out a bit different. And also, last but not least, don't forget, it takes a while to actually get traction for the algorithms to start to work it out. Might be a week, a month, a year, but keep at it. The worst thing you could do is stop. How did I go, Eitan?
Wow, Susan, I'm really shocked positively. That's an amazing summary. How do you do that?
It's my
That's a magic.
superpower.
Superpower. Wow, it's really a magic. Amazing.
Did I
It's
miss
amazing, amazing,
anything?
amazing.
Anything you want to add or really highlight?
No, I think everything was there. I'll listen carefully for everything. It's really. I thought it's going to be like a quick summary, but then it went on and on and on, just discussing all those different topics. Really well done. I'm really impressed.
No, this is all
Amazing.
from you. So thank you so much for sharing all this valuable
Yeah.
intel with us to learn more about shoppable videos and how we can actually make them work for us and be magical for e-commerce and also for social platforms as well.
Mm. Great. Great. I hope it's what you expect, and it's going to be resonating well with your audiences. So
Uh,
thank you so much,
thank,
Susan.
thank you. And for
And
everyone,
yeah, I'd love to schedule you on my podcast. I want to talk about loyalty programs and everything if you're open to it.
I would love to come across and share. And that's a perfect segue. So everyone, don't forget to follow Eitan on all his channels, so especially on LinkedIn, and also listen out for his podcast, eCom Pulse. And this is a special podcast where he interviews brands, retailers, industry leaders, and tech companies that are shaping the future in their industry. So it's a must listen to. Get to hear all about that new tech coming out. And also, you get to hear more from this fabulous expert. Everything will be in the show notes.
Amazing. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you. Everyone else, don't forget to add more to marketing to your playlist so you don't miss out on future fabulous guests. And most importantly, share this podcast around. More to marketing.